What's going on, people? Hey, how's it going tonight? Now, what's the motherfucking deal? What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to Sauce Sports? No? Where are we at? We in the den? We in the sauce? I don't know. We're in the sauce. We're in the den. I don't know. We're one of these people. What's the motherfucking deal? Welcome to the den. I do too many damn things. I blame it on daylight savings time. What's the motherfucking deal? Welcome to the den. And if you're not familiar with the den is a friendly conversation in the community where we discuss a plethora of things. You know, generally what's a particular topic of the day, but sometimes, breaking news happens or other interesting things happen, and we must discuss those things. So, tonight we will be talking about, can you trust your coworker? And we're going to discuss a few different scenarios where you may or may not be able to trust your coworker. I think it's ultimately up to you, but we'll get into that. But before we get into that, let's see who we have joining us in the den this evening. We have Dr. Rabbit, and he is singing a song, his concierto. Jeebus Christ, hunting for blues clues, I see. T'Challa, can't trust your coworker, most of them miserable ass people, fuck them all, make your money and go home. That sounds about right. Heidi, they were really capping the sauce. Deportes, yes, sí. Jaybird, which personality are you this evening? Eastside Hero, good to see you. Can't be too friendly if they sucking you off. Well, even that could get you in a dangerous situation. Tiger Beer, don't we all enjoy a little bit of Tiger Beer? McVice, what's the motherfucking deal? And yes. So, my thing is this. Coworkers are an interesting situation because, if this is how you make your living, which is working, and you have to deal with these people, then there are certain things that you have to take into mind. One of these things being your livelihood. How much do you have to risk by interacting and or dealing with these people? Because, the funny thing is you develop bonds with the people you're around the most. Generally, that's how it works. The more you're around your significant other or whatever. Sometimes they can go backwards. I don't know. It depends on. I think there's like a level it peaks at, and then you just like, this motherfucker get on my goddamn nerves. Rigo, what's the motherfucking deal? So again, like I say, I think that ultimately there's a few things you have to take into consideration. But if we're going to just get to the gist of it, we're going to talk about situations in. Well, is there a legitimate situation in which you can trust your coworker? Because I honestly, as I'm pondering it and I'm thinking about it, I can't think of one because you have so many things to risk when you confide in different people or people who, may have a mutual interest, but it may not be across the board. It may not be your friend, people you make friends with at work. Definitely trust issues, because depending on the level of employment you have. So say you're at the bottom, say you're a person who's a hard worker and you're striving for that upper management position, or you're striving for a promotion or something like that. And then you have a person that you make friends with, and then, but in reality, they may be trying to get that position too. They may be trying to undermine your success. They may talk about issues you have going on outside of work. So you have to refreshing water when it splashes on your face. And so again, you have to be cautious with the information that you share with people. You have to be cautious with the information that you. We're all. Nobody's winning. The reason why none of us are winning is because we've all bought into a system that's not conducive for our own existence. But it is what it is. If you want to enjoy the benefits, good grief, excuse me. You enjoy the benefits, and you got to buy in. But then some people say, hey, I don't want that fucking shit. I'll do my own thug thing. But, working with people, or you have these people who, maybe you're just a person who doesn't, you don't go out and you're not really friendly. I've made coworkers relationships from, you smoke? I smoke too. Okay, cool. Sometimes it's all right. And sometimes it come back to nip me in the butt. Well, not really. I'm not going to lie about that. But my thing is, you have to be cautious of the information you share with people. But you could be a person who's just cool, who's chilling, but then you have those people who cling on to you because they don't have any real friends. They don't really have a social life or any type of social circle. And so work and home are the only two areas in which they generally operate. And depending on what kind of job it is, depending on what type of job it is, that could be a negative, especially if you're not working with different people. If you're just a situation where you're only dealing with the same people over and over again. These people they build these familial, I'll make sure I'm saying that right, family-like bonds because, I see you every day and you've been here for a fucking decade. You're not going anywhere. Let's build a bond. Let's be friends since we have to all hang out together. Where you have those other people who, commit to relationships. And it's funny because it makes me think about when they saying the office husband or the work husband, work wife deal. And that's a weird thing, man. It's a very weird thing because you deal with someone so much that you feel like you have this secondary situation away from home because you're at work so much and because so many people, spend a significant amount of time at work. And I think that signs can get crossed. Weird things have happened, and you've seen people take on relationships outside of their own and end up leaving the family that they're with for coworkers, not realizing that you're only seeing that coworker during the day. You don't know what bullshit that motherfucker has going on at home or their lifestyles or anything like that. And so that's something that you got to be cautious of if you're going to choose to go that route. But, I'm still trying to think, and I'm still trying to consider what would be something that you could legitimately trust into with another coworker. You can't trust HR these days. You can't trust coworkers because they'll find some reason to hate on you, I guess, to say the least. I'm 67% Jaybird. We're all Jaybird. Dairy Queen chicken strips. Dairy Queen chicken strips are cool, but I think I might take Kane over Dairy Queen if it comes down to it. But again, like I said, you have to be cautious because we can we can build up these false thoughts and ideas, and we fall into these situations with our coworkers. And the thing is, you got to realize with a lot of these people, the only thing that you have in common is that you work at the same place. So that kind of goes along with the same thing I tell a lot of you young folks as far as with the school deal. You don't have to be friends with these motherfuckers. I agree. Yeah, fucking daylight hours getting me. You don't have to be friends with these people simply because you attend or you're in the same, all right, Dr. Rabbit, because you're in the same vicinity as these people. That means nothing. You go there, you do your job, and you head out, like T'Challa was saying. Because what you tend to find is the majority of these people that you make friends with, like they'll find little things on the surface that seem cool and you guys can relate to, and that you can seem to be a reason why. Oh man, I like that too. We should hang out after work. And it turns out that these people are terrible, terrible people. They're awful. There's a reason they don't have any other friends to work with, or to chat with outside of work, is because they're terrible. Terrible people. Nobody wants to hang out with them, so they hang out with their outside. So he's like, as a sauce, but we're our friends, we share a common bond in Houston, Texas. Yes, and I can agree with that. But I think some people will have built up some interesting connections, via that. And I think things like that can happen. And every now and then, like I said, there will be a cool person or two that I won't say that everybody that I have encountered with. Some of them have been all right. Some of them I've kept in touch with. Well, not so much anymore, but so there are people who, even after I left a certain job or so, that I kept in touch with, usually for networking, usually for plugs on other jobs and things like that. So I mean, you gotta pick and choose. I got school tomorrow. I want to die back pain and stress, not enough sleep in school. School ain't hard. Don't be an ass clown. Just take your ass to sleep. If you're like naming all the issues, then why don't you like resolve some of them? Not enough sleep, and take your ass to fucking sleep. If you fucking are hurting, figure out what's hurting and reverse the hurt. Do something to try to alleviate that. I mean, but study. So there's that. I saw a video today. It makes me think about this video I saw. I don't know. I've been saying I'm gonna do a mixer, and then I end up not doing one every night. And I owe y'all at least a mixer this weekend, so I'm going to do one. Last night I spent a significant amount of time catching up on some articles for Soft Sports and doing some other stuff, and I had to get some of the pre-game graphics and things going. I'm sure I have a couple of articles I need to catch up with tonight, but I can put those on hold, and I'll get to those early in the morning tomorrow, along with the podcast and everything else. Because the articles really aren't that deep. They're pretty short, because that's just kind of the trend in writing nowadays on the internet. People don't want to read very long articles, so they're only usually a couple of paragraphs. So that's not super tough, but it just needs to be done. I don't want to drop out because my mom will kill me, so I'm going to graduate and get a normal job. Okay. I mean, you make your own reality, so I mean, you choose what you want to do there. I'm not telling you to drop out, but don't you aspire to be something greater than normal job guy? Nothing life breaking it. But what it is because you fucking got too many accounts. And so when you put your fucking phone in your hand, it's weighing you down. It's causing pain in your back. Slouching like me and shit. You gotta stop doing that. Fucking lift some weights or something. I think it's my left pelvis. That's weird. Yeah. You gotta stop dry humping your dresser and shit. But I saw this video today. And I actually posted, no, did I post it? I don't think I posted in the Den. I posted another video in the Den group. So again, if you're on Facebook, join the Den group. I'm gonna drop out of homeschool. That's the way to do it. The video I posted in the Den was of this fucking guy, and I don't understand why. I don't understand why people try to like heckle comedians. Now, bad comedians are bad, but when this motherfucker's like a professional, this is what they do. You're gonna get your ass roasted. But it was like some dyke chick was fucking trying to roast this comedian. And he gave her the fucking business. It was hilarious. But I'm trying to debate if I need to move, because what I actually did, I started working out. I started my workouts on a Sunday instead of a Monday. It was kind of operating like that, because on Sunday I do the workout, Monday work with the little one, Tuesday workout, just doing a 3-day split, and then in between. So it'd be Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday would actually be working out, and then Monday and Wednesday. I would, work with the little one, then take Fridays and Saturdays off because I don't want to work her out before she has a game on Saturday. Not like she's not going to recover, but just because. You said J&J Houston Sportscast. I'm gonna have to check it out. I would definitely check it out. I think I seen something. I think Ray had posted something about it, so I have to check and see what's up with that. But my thing is this: you have to really. Oh no, that's not what my thing is. I was talking about my workout, but I'm actually talking about. I can definitely tell I'm a little bit tired because of the hours. I only got a couple hours of sleep last night and got up early and got back at it. But I was talking about this video I saw because you were talking about school, and basically, I kind of want to know the perspective of the folks in here. There was a youngster. He looked to be about what's the motherfucking deal, Jay Dizzle? He looked to be about maybe 15, 16, between 15 and 17, somewhere in there. And basically, and I'm gonna post a link in the Den group. I gotta find it because I saw it on Twitter, so I'm gonna post it back in the Den group when I find the link. But basically, he was kind of bucking up to this teacher, and he was just basically saying, "Yo, bro, I heard you said something about me, bro. They say my nigga. He was just talking crazy to the dude. And he looked like a band teacher, so band teachers usually be some old square motherfuckers. But it looked like this motherfucker probably just had enough. He just probably said, you know what? I'm done with this. So yeah, you said it about me. What's up, hoe ass nigga? Why you shaking? And he, like all this shit, like he trying to hold the man. And like what you youngsters got to know that there's a difference in fighting your little homeboys and fighting a grown ass man. So you can tell where this video's finna go. But my thing is, the dude was just talking shit, trying to talk shit to the teacher and shit. You know what I'm saying? And the teacher eventually, I don't know if he was taking off his watch, but he kind of walked away. Then he came back. Why you walking away? That's what I thought, oh, hoe ass nigga, what you was saying. They said you was talking about me. You just talking crazy to him. And the man can go, why you shaking? Why you doing it? And then that man hauled off and caught his ass. He didn't like catch him square, but he caught him to enough where the youngster felt that. I couldn't see it because I had shit all over the fucking screen, so I had to see the. I think Man Up was covered a little bit on my screen. I had to move it around, so sometimes somebody would always be covered up. But my thing is, the little youngster was just popping off at the mouth, just running his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Talking all that shit. And again, this old square ass dude started whooping that ass, and you could tell, like, in his mind, he was just like, "Fuck it." I don't know if he was a bench. I don't know if he was a substitute or what. But he was just, you could tell, you could see the fuck it in his face. He was just like, I got an emoji for it. Well, I don't see any tooth emoji. I just see a bunch of little square with some lettering in it. But, and when I say this motherfucker started beating, it stopped at 2 hours. It might still be, rendering up or whatever, because sometimes I know when it be longer, it takes me a little while longer. So I went back and watched one time that was pretty long, and it only had like the first hour. But as I went back a little bit later, it had more of it done. So I think that's probably what's going on with it. Because I was thinking, like, man, what the fuck is going on? Something I like that shit was long. It was fucking, it's halfway playing. But again, so like I say, that motherfucker whooped the shit out that little youngster. The little youngster, like when he caught him once or twice. Like I say, it wasn't just square. Like he wasn't like he caught him in the face, but he caught him with a couple of body blows. The youngster fell down, stumbling back, and all that shit. And then, look, man, look, y'all trying to tempt me with this Red Dead shit. It's gonna take some work before. I don't say it's gonna take some work. I just gotta really decide, because I know if I fuck with Red Dead, I gotta make it beneficial, because I'm gonna waste a bunch of time on that shit. Say can't trust coworkers. Period. I agree. That's what I was trying to think earlier, because we were talking about. I was like, I couldn't really think of a scenario where it would be ideal to trust your coworkers in any fashion. I don't really think it's ideal. Like, you can come across some cool coworkers, but I really don't think making friends with your coworkers is a good idea or any of the such. But But man, the thing is, when old school was whooping that ass, he took his watch off and shit, was whooping his ass. He's finna give it to him. And so that motherfucker was stumbling. He was acting like he was trying to square up, but that motherfucker was steadily moonwalking. He ain't want that work. He felt some of that old man power and shit. And youngster ain't want that work. He was steadily talking shit when another teacher or something came in the room and grabbed him. Like, yeah, I was just running his mouth because old school had caught him. And then one of them other youngsters tried to hit him a couple of times while he was, beating up on the other little dude. And then he started about, who hit me? Who hit me? Who else wants something? That motherfucker ain't want to show his face. I said, these little new school youngsters, they on some bullshit. They full of that energy and shit. But again, you get caught by a grown motherfucker who done put in work, who done work with their hands, especially you got them veins, them fucking, that built up, and that strength you don't see. It ain't that fucking Hollywood. That ain't that fucking gym muscle shit. It's that work muscle. It's the difference between gym muscles and work muscles. That glamour shit is one thing, but actually putting in work and you with that repetitive motion, doing the same shit over and over for years. That's a whole different situation. You know what I mean? Country strong, yeah. And so, when you put in that kind of work, that's a whole different conversation. When you just lifting big weights to hope your muscles pop out and look like something, like, I'm not afraid of bodybuilders. And it's like, come on. I mean, like, can't even wipe your own ass. Ain't nobody scared of you. You put a motherfucking bodybuilder to sleep. But when you're talking about a motherfucker who has muscles from action, who has built up strength from repetitive actions and putting in work, I mean, that's a whole different conversation. You don't want no work like that. So my thing is, the signs that include if a part of your name starts with J or E, you're likely the coolest guy you ever met. But anyway, I don't know where you get your alternative signs from, Dominica. But again, old school was whooping that ass though. And a youngster, again, what's going to happen is unfortunate. I felt bad for him because he's probably going to lose his job. If that dude, depending on where, and he sounded like he could have sounded like one of them old young Texan niggas. Say bro, I'm talking to you, my nigga. And he was probably Mexican. I'm pretty sure he was Mexican. The dude was black. The grown man was black. And say bro, you was talking about me, bro. I heard you was saying, such about. But like, you came in and you did all that bumping and got your ass whooped and didn't want to talk shit once the teacher's holding you back. But again, most likely that dude gonna end up getting fired, losing his job, and if he's putting any kind of work or had any kind of tenure, probably losing that. And it's a real possibility he ends up going to jail, And I'd like to know what happens with it. But the thing about it, even though this has nothing to do with the conversation, this probably should have been what the video was about tonight. But it's those same kind of kids right there that the parents come to school and my kid don't do this and this and this because they expect the schools to be fucking daycare centers now. They don't want a motherfucker to punish their kids. And I understand. I wouldn't want a motherfucker to whoop me, but we used to get pops in football practice when we would act up. They would fucking definitely make a conversation. They would definitely, we would definitely have to deal with that. But corporal punishment, but they don't want nobody to pop the kids. They want everybody to be friends. They want to be nice to my child, even though it's a little rat bastard. Again, no way. It used to be back in the Gap, the parents and the teachers get together, have a conference, and that was your motherfucking ass. If you was acting up, dude, look, they say it takes a community to raise a child, and that shit was fucking fresh. But again, shit, we was cold back then. I don't know what you talking about. But the thing about it, because I think what we did Sterling, like 67-0 one year. They had they called accelerated clock from the midway through the first quarter because it was just 3 and out for y'all, and we just kept scoring, couldn't stop it. Even during the timeouts, they ran the fucking clock. Like, that was pathetic, disgusting. Then they realigned the districts to make y'all worthwhile. But anyway, but again, like I say, now the parents fucking think, their kids are all angels and all their kids are special. And I continue to say this. I say this all the time. Don't nobody give a fuck about your kid. And the thing about that, I say that not to be like, oh, your kid's a piece of shit. But I mean, it's ultimately to say that it's your job to make your child worthwhile, whether it's raising them and giving them the information they need to succeed in this world. You can't count on the schools to teach them shit. The fucking teachers fucking the kids nowadays more than they teaching them. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them kids. That's what the teacher said. That's what the teacher said. And again, you know what I'm saying? It's just it's like that. It's unfortunate, man, because you can't count on anybody. You can't even count on people to do their jobs. Because again, they're over there being friends with their coworkers. See, I segue that shit in. Segue, they fucking their coworkers too and shit. But you know, so it's your job to teach the kids. It's your job to make sure they get the pertinent information to succeed. Because you can't count on schools to do this shit. You got to realize the schools have an agenda. They trying to hustle up and get money from the state or from federal funding or whatever it may be. So they got to abide by some bullshit ass curriculum. And then they got to try to make it in a general way where they can teach all the kids the same fucking shit when children don't learn the same. Some people are just auditory. Some people have to get hands on, what they call kinesthetic. You know, some people have to get, like I say, what is it? It's auditory, kinesthetic, visual, and then it's another way. But again, you know, some people, I am a father figure to a little one, and that is the turkey. But that's another story. We'll get into that one day. Y'all know nothing about that. Turkey scored a goal because I put it on that strict practice regimen, and it was great. You're a hater. I don't have any biologicals, but the turkey is mine. But anyway, but what I'm saying is that you have to lay down a foundation. You have to. You got a fat ass headache from the South Street. I'll speak on parenting if I want to. Goddamn, you can't stop me. That's it. You know, this is America. What is you talking about? I'm allowed to have an opinion on shit I don't know shit about. I'm an American. You don't know how that works. So there it is. And like I say, I'm not trying to replace, you know, anybody, but I'm just trying to be a figure that can present some worthy ideals, essentially. So I think, like I say, I think it's very important that you have, you know, the male and female, you have the masculine and feminine. I think you have to have both those energies to help balance and raise a balanced child. I think that's very important. Just my personal opinion. But my thing is, again, you know, nobody giving a shit about your kid. We talk about the kid getting fought. But about you, it's ultimately your responsibility. The schools are going to teach a bullshit ass curriculum. They're going to make these kids study for some bullshit ass test just to pass so the school can continue to get funding so they can continue to stay in business. The fucking schools are more concerned with having your kids sell shit, you know, fucking child labor. Yeah, go sell these fucking candy bars that aren't worth, you know, you need the manly lesbian or fucking lesbian raised kid. Yeah, you need to see that video there when I was talking about old buddy was capping on that fucking lesbian. That shit was funny. Yeah, your parents don't love you. You got to get your dick out the dishwasher. That shit was so fucking funny, dog. So again, like I say, you know, it is Darth Honcho. It is what it is. But my thing is, when it comes to kids, when it comes to life, when it comes to whatever, you know, it's just that these people have got so desensitized. Now, again, you blame that daycare generation. You blame these parents who feel like they're entitled, and they feel they are entitling their children because they just feel like their kid is the greatest thing to ever walk the face of the earth. When I think you got to be realistic about shit. You know, you gotta look and you gotta compare and say, okay, as a whole, I'm slacking here. There's some things I gotta fix. There's some things I gotta work on to make sure that my child is able to compete. Otherwise, if you're not able to do that, then you're doing a disservice to yourself and to your child. So I think that, again, I think it's very important that you. I ain't had a why y'all didn't tell me why you just tell me my background was flowing and going and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm trying to. There's my silky sheets in the background. You know, I don't have silk pillowcases. For me, it's for the ladies. But but again, you know, ultimately you gotta come up with a game plan, and that's the problem. Like, that's what separates. This is such a random day tonight, but it's just gonna be that way because I told you I'm half-ass tired, but I'm still gotta hit the gym tonight to make sure everything is what it is. So we're gonna talk about coworkers, but we probably gonna end up on a bunch of them silky red sheets like Ronnie pointed out. Yeah, I'm telling y'all don't know about that boy Braylon, breaking news Bray with the mega MAGA hat. You know what I'm saying? You sneezed and your abdomen hurt. What's the analysis? You got AIDS, so you need to get that fixed. Yeah, I'm sure there's go call Magic Johnson and get the Magic Johnson regimen. But my thing is, you do anything, your left pelvis hurt. What's the analysis? Well, your situation is probably also AIDS. Digital AIDS. It's the new thing. Oh, word. Like I said, I fucking didn't catch most of it. I didn't catch the verdict. I just knew that people were disputing over the outcome of the game and how it should be looked at. But, after I got off the stream, I looked around a couple other places just trying to see what the ultimate thing was. And most people were just generally happy about getting the fucking win. So there's that. Everybody else was just Texans win, yay. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, 'cause the whole goal of going into something is to, oh, I don't know. Really? I just wanted to make sure everybody had towels. That's all I was there for. But my thing was that you got to look at it like, no, I don't fuck with the Ram Ranch. Low blows galore. Yeah, I think it's only low if you let it be. You just pull your belt strap up. If you put if you pull your belt loop up too high, then everything will be a low blow. But my thing is, I need to find something new. I do need to make a new workout playlist. I was working on that last night. I was trying to find, like, the shitty rap music is the best shit for fucking the fucking playlist, like, for workout, because again, it's usually just about the beat. It ain't really about the fucking Braylon, we even give Braylon a hard time even after stream was over. Which just love, because Braylon's young, so it's just we gonna give Braylon a hard time because he's like the little guy. But yeah, that's usually what I listen to. I got like a little playlist of all the, like, the random future shit. What is the one I don't care for too much? I think it was that Honest album. It was kind of hit or miss, but most of, like, the little mixtapes and shit like that on Spotify, they usually go hard. But like I say, some of them I can't fuck with too much. I don't know about Metro Boomin. If young Metro don't trust you, I won't shoot you. Like I say, just shit like that. Some of those old come from nothing type songs help, because I don't look at it as though impoverished. It's just about, getting your weight up. Murder Beats over Metro. I'm gonna have to. I have no idea. I have to see what's shaking. Tay Keith. I don't know what that is. I'll be listening to a bunch of little weird shit I don't ever fucking listen to. But the thing is, like, I can't rely on Spotify. Spotify's like ass. Really, there has to be a better option. I don't know. What's a better streaming service than Spotify? Because I mean, it's just too much weird shit going on Spotify for me. They don't fucking let you ban shit. They used to have a thumbs up, thumbs down thing. I don't even see that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have the fucking, you can, like, thumbs down the songs no more. Like, it's always some fucking, I don't want to fucking listen to SoundCloud. I don't want to fucking listen to a bunch of weird ass SoundCloud rappers. I know they had a real shit on there sometimes, but you ain't guaranteed to keep that. I was fucking with SoundCloud when I was listening to some of that EDM shit. That shit was some of that shit is very interesting when they kind of remix some of the modern songs and shit like that. But I'll expand on that playlist. That playlist. Yeah, exactly. Motherfucker talking about this and this, and you hear some corny ass dude in his fucking bathroom closet, fucking with a piece of toilet fucking paper around the mic or some shit. I don't know what the fuck be going on. It should be sounding terrible. But my thing is this, like I say, SoundCloud, that sounds Spotify. It tries to be, I just want to listen to music. I don't want you to fucking be a some type of politically correct or trying to be some fucking shitty platform. Just give me my fucking genres of music and stop trying to fucking classify everything. That shit get me on the fucking. Yeah, man, I definitely listen to Big Crit is always a good one too. But that's like the thing. Like I said, I done wore that shit out. Like Crit, that Nipsey Hussle Victory Lap, all of Nipsey Hussle, it goes hard. Pandora's pretty solid. I'm gonna check that out. Lil Baby got one or two songs that I'll listen to. That's all right. That little freestyle he did is cool. But like I said, I was just trying to come up with a playlist last night, and that shit just wasn't happening. So my thing is, though, again, like I said, we got to get back to talking shit about shit. What other shitty shit is going on in life? The fucking whatchamacallits, they won. I don't want to talk about sports. We talked about enough sports. Fuck that. No, not listen to shitty ass Lil Uzi. Fucking come out the goddamn gym twisting and twerking and shit. That old weird ass shit. Yeah, motherfucker, there's the culprit. Culprit number one. Like, ain't no regular nigga doing no weird shit like that. Like, that shit is odd, to say the very least. You know. Listen to some Dolph. Dolph is always good. Dolph just be talking. That motherfucker don't even be rapping at all. Just be talking to a nigga. Yeah, I want the exercise. Because my body has been, like, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if I went in too much or if it's been a while. Or it's because it's just been a while, so I've been back kind of on some regular shit. But, like, my joints and shit, well, not my joints, but I was tense. I was like, usually, you sore for a couple of days, but shit. But I was hurting for the soreness last few days, just now going away. So, like I said, I was putting in work for a little while. But I got a fiend for the feeling. No pain, no gain. Plus, I ate pretty bad for the little one's birthday. Fucking cookie cakes and shit. And fucking vanilla ice cream. Yeah, Jay Bird, I'm gonna say he's not the only one. I'm pretty sure you got a little list of, you know what I'm saying? I wonder. But no, but that was like after all this stuff though. This was like, I said, that's like the first, since I've been, let's say October, late September. I'm trying to think whenever we started. That's when I started this vegetarian thing. That's like really the first like sweets I've had. I haven't been fucking eating the cookies like I was. I was fucking up a box of cookies quite frequently. Like I was frequent on the fucking cookies every other day or so. Fucking up a little set of cookies. But like I said, I cut all that shit out. I haven't been eating anything. It's just there haven't been any meat in my diet. So I don't know if that's a part of the problem, if that's different, if you get a different response from plant proteins or something. So that's what I was looking at, that maybe I need to get like a protein supplement or some shit like that, you know. But I heard whey protein ain't supposed to be the best protein for you, so I don't know. But it's not, when I was doing that, it was probably like fucking pistachios. Oh, I did have a bag of chips a couple of weeks back. I had a fucking bag of Tostitos. But those have been the only bad things I've eaten. Like I did have I used to be fucking them cookies up. You know what I'm saying? I used to fuck the cookies up on a regular. Like I would be killing them cookies. I'd be on the fucking mixer talking about all long. Sound like a fucking hamster or some shit. Fucking up them damn chips and cookies. I just got some damn bad luck. Your car got fraud, so you gotta get a new car. What did they get you for anything, or did they? I mean, you have it? Is it protected? Are you safe? Well, I don't know. Look, here's the thing: you gotta be able to manage your Putin. All right, that's what I was trying to tell Trump, but he didn't want to listen to me. But you gotta be able to, when you're gonna fart. Like, I mean, it's not like, That you just got a loose ass. That you just been getting butt blasted, and you can't control yourself. You just just you can't do nothing with it. You know when you're gonna fucking poop management, but you know when you finna fucking fart. So it's just like it's nothing to fucking kill the mic or do something like that or shit. I don't know if you're gonna hold it in. That might be bad for you. One poop, you hold it in, you collect it, collects up with another one, and you cause a fucking hole in the ozone layer, and it fucking does finally erupt. But you gotta just fucking kill the mic or something. I mean, it's just nothing to it. You know what I'm saying? The one thing I do find interesting is in the den and the sauce. I don't think I've had that issue. And I'm just thinking about how much I've streamed. I'm pretty sure there's been times I wanted to, but didn't, but not as frequently as I would think. I mean, it might have been once or twice, but I can't really recall. Now, on the mixer, I don't know if on the mixer is different, usually because I'm in a different position, or maybe I'm in the house more comfortable or something like that. That might be the case. But or maybe because I'm eating snacks while I'm on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? You could definitely, Shaq could put the mic. Oh man, boy, Shaq bring the mic towards his ass and rip one. Yeah, he wants y'all to hear it deliberately. That shit is awful. Let me see. Now I've been accused of false farting. There we go. That's what you're gonna get from it. Yeah. There you go. Because of the chair and shit like that. But that's just me probably being too fucking big for the chair. It said it had some particular weight limit. I don't remember what the weight limit was. I don't know. But I agree. I think that's the thing. You can't trust coworkers because, I mean, what reason do you have to be friends with coworkers? Unless you just really have no friends in life. Maybe I could see if you move to a new city, and you don't really know anybody in that city, I guess coworkers would be a place to start. But I think maybe joining some type of organization or something might be a better deal. Because that leads us to an interesting question. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, now I told you that back when I was young in junior high, I wiped out a whole locker room, and it was a great feeling. I felt the power. I was a king for a day. So how do you make friends? How do you go about making friends outside of work? Say you're new to a city. Let's use that as the source. How do you go and make friends? How do you build new associations, but strong bonds? I wonder how that works. If your coworkers want to be friends, they're probably some weirdos, On what basis? I mean, what do you have in common other than, we work at the same place? And the only reason we work at the same place is because we both needed a fucking job. And 9 times out of 10, with like 70% Americans, 65% Americans, something like that, hate their fucking job. So more than likely, both of you work at the same place. You both fucking hate it, but you need income. So, like, why would that be a reason to be friends just because you work in the same place? You know what I mean? You say 5 o'clock, let's hit the pub. Then you find out your coworker's a raging alcoholic. It ends up fucking foot over ass, backwards in the fucking chair, and doing some off the wall shit. Now you go back to work and you're just looking at them strange. You make a venting buddy, but then what if they take all that shit that you're venting about work and whatever else, and they're actually a bunch of conniving, messy motherfuckers because it's people that are like that. And they roll and go back and tell your superior, oh, this person said those fucking pants you had on were awful. And you look like Hillary in your pantsuit or something like that. I think it's first we need to ask ourselves, what is a friend? So you spend a lot of time to get on Plenty of Fish or Tinder. Yeah, you'll make some friends on Plenty of Fish and Tinder. But there'll be a lot of tender fish, and you'll have plenty of them. But I think the chances of you making a real friendship, I don't know. Not about because just say the real one on the job. Yeah, and that's why I say I can understand it. Like, and And that's why I say, you know, because I talked about that when I was in that warehouse a while back, and then when I got fired from that place, and like it was like 11 motherfuckers like that quit that bitch. Um, you know, they'd have all kind of little after work shit. They invite me, and we go kick it. I remember one time, the motherfuckers invited me to be a party. Had a real live ass stripper, motherfucking me, a bunch of ecstasy and shit. So I grabbed a couple of XOs, and you know, I enjoyed myself. It was a fun party. I think that shit was in Harlem Clark somewhere. It was cool in the bits. But, you know, I mean, they wouldn't really fuck with some of the other people like that. And they're going to say, you know, it just is what it is. But I learned my lesson about just trying to be cool with people because at the same time, when everything goes down, motherfuckers will be quick to throw you under the bus. Now, I was like, I guess you would say they're superior, so it was a different situation. But is it weird to have a collection of something? Oh, no. It's not weird to have a collection of something. What's wrong with having a fucking collection of things? Man, I used to be a partier. I've just been chilling lately. I might get back in a Honcho party. But that's why I got to get in shape. I got to be in shape to be able to handle the way I like to party. You got to party all night long. Bun B explains how Tupac almost kept Pimp C from doing Big Pimpin' with Jay-Z. Yeah, but I remember that Pimp C didn't really want to do that. I've heard him say that before. I don't know about the whole thing, but I've heard about that. You don't trust anyone? No, you can't trust anyone. You know why? Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. There's like a because people are conniving. And again, like I said, I don't know if this is just an American thing. I don't know how they do it in Britterland or the Brits land, but yeah, like I said, it's been a while since I partied like that though. But you know, in America, you cannot trust anybody because everybody's looking for a come up. Everybody's looking for a way to get over on somebody. And I don't collect Beanie Babies. I collect fucking Furbies. Get it right, asshole. Some cognitive. No way. How do you make friends in England? Bring fish and chips. You will win. Yeah. And then teach them German and then laugh at them. But here's the deal. Here's my thing though. It's not that. It's from experience. When you see how difficult people can be to deal with, you have to. You're on through Chicago. Be careful. Stay off the South Side, or so they say. Or is that just an urban myth? You know, my thing is, you gotta. Again, you know, that's what I say. I think it's just the environment. I think it's just the environments in which you come out of. And when you see people do the most malicious shit for nothing, for no reason, just for the sake of being malicious, the sake of being deceitful, and maybe they get some type of pleasure, some kind of kick out of it, you would have to one time the Germans blew up the whole country after forgiveness. It was only once. But again, you know, people are like that. And again, when you see that and you've seen it quite often, you develop certain mechanisms to shield yourself, which is by not trusting anybody. Yes, see? Just like that. Sneezes approach way faster than farts do. And if you can properly, you know, catch out a sneeze, then you can withhold a fart. At least you can clench your ass cheeks together and just not let it rip. Or at least try to quieten it down, you know. Let it seep out instead of just blowing it out your ass. You know, sound like somebody tooting their horn and shit. So definitely got to be cautious of that whole. You say you can't control a sneeze, but you can control a fart. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So my thing though is that if you can move promptly enough to tune out a sneeze, then you know you can tune out farts too. But I think that people just want people to hear their farts. I think people got like weird fart fetishes, and they like that weird shit. That's a thing. Like everything's a thing though. That's the crazy shit. Like, if motherfuckers dressing up like furry animals is a thing, then everything is a fucking thing. Every kind of. What the It's like a bright light. Sounds like you'll blow out an eye socket or something. Um, but again, everything is a thing. Yeah, I like to dress up like a Furby and get frisky. Um, but again, like I said, if you got people who dress up like furry fucking animals to have sex, you got people who like getting abused verbally and physically and shit like that. You got people who, I mean, it's a litany of things. I don't even know where to do. I mean, I'm pretty sure that you got people like getting tied up and beat up and shit. I remember watching this movie, and it was a weird fucking movie. Very odd. We're gonna have to talk about. We're gonna talk about it one day. But it was called Nymphomaniac, and I think what was his name was in it. Who's the weirdo right now? Just do it. Do it now. Shia LaBeouf. I think he was in the movie, and some other weird shit was going on. It was just a weird ass thing going on. People are weird thinking K out was thick. Yeah, you got that kind of stuff going on. People saying people that like that's what I'm saying. Now we're gonna be thick shaming, you know. Well, why is she not thick? She's thick compared to a twig. You guys are thick shaming. And that's gonna be the thing. It's like, cause you know, motherfuckers, if you don't, if you say you don't like something, you're not with, you're a shamer. Shame on you for shaming. What if you were a shamer? So like anybody who shamed anybody, you shamed them, and then somebody would have to shame you because you're shaming the shamers, and it would just be a never-ending cycle of shame. Or we could just let people have their own fucking preferences and go about their own fucking business and not give a fuck what people think. I think you have that one going on. But again, like I said, you just have all these weird fetishes and erotic weird things. I'm a fart shamer. Yeah, definitely. If you letting loose wet farts midstream, that is something that needs to be brought up. Have you had any idea how quickly women develop an eating disorder? Yeah, I think it goes both ways. Some of them stop eating, some of them start eating too much. And so, all out of order. I'm a dog shamer. You know. Yeah, I do shame Scotty. He's a bad dog. Even when he does good stuff, he's still a bad dog. He's just weird. I wish smells could go through the mic so Honcho would die. Dominic, you ever watch, no, you're a racist, so you probably haven't. But you should watch Afro Samurai. And, you know, I'll leave you the open invitation like the guy when he killed old buddy and took the headband. Whenever you're ready for it, you come get it. And I'll be waiting for you. You know, but I'm pretty sure they'll have the technology soon enough. You know, look, you know, you're a Scotty shamer. Scotty is fat. Scotty is a fat dog. Scotty he's not so fat now because we used to feed him too fucking much. Now that we then put him in a situation where he doesn't eat table. Well, again, his false birthday, since the little one determined that his birthday was the day after hers, we allowed him to have some table scraps, you know, that day. But for the most part, we didn't pull Scotty off the shitting on eating dog food, and he hates it. But when he realizes that ain't no action for him, he'll go eat it. But he's definitely lost some weight. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, look, Yeah, it's okay. I call Scotty all kind of names, but he all right. Scotty's my dog. I gotta figure out something to clean that fucking beard. I know they have like whitening shampoos and shit, but I gotta figure out how to clean this little dusty ass beard. He do got some little dirty beard action, looking like he been eating ass all day, and not washing his face. So, no, you fucking with them Jamaicans. The kick soup, that shit is crazy. Y'all never seen that shit, and this is what I talk about. This is what I talk about. Little skin issues, man. I'm dark and I'm proud. I'm black and I'm proud, and I'm dark black and I'm proud, and I love it. They do cut that shit, but it still ends up getting fucking Scotty a bottom feeder. And I love it. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me shit about being dark. And that's the funny thing, because motherfuckers try to you, are you black? Oh, no shit, motherfucker. I've been this way my whole fucking life. You would think I would know that by now. I don't give a fuck about that shit. You can't tell me nothing about being dark. I love that shit. That's my fetish. I got a dark fetish. But that fucking cake soap shit, again, this is where I get to what I was talking about the other day with people chemically altering their hair and skin because of the self-hate. And it's disgusting, man. You gotta embrace and love yourself for who you are. You're only one you. That's awful. Look, just because it's got cake in the name, don't mean you need to eat it. That Black Bar soap, yeah, I think my old lady got some of that shit. So it'd be in the shower. So every now and then, I'll check some of it out. I usually be using some body wash and what's that shit called? Not a fucking towel. What's the other thing called? But she got some black ass soap in there, and so I use it from time to time. But I forgot. I don't know what it's called. Actually, it's got a bunch of some of that black shit. I think it's got activated charcoal and some of that shit. I don't know what the fucking shit is called though. But she got like the fucking activated charcoal toothpaste. Yeah, that's that stuff I have. I know what you're talking about. So yeah, it's like that activated. I think it's the soap got activated charcoal in it too. Man, I wish I could get sponsored by Dollar Tree. I'd be boiling. Look, nigga, you got notebooks for $1 player. You got some candy for $1. You got all your kitchen supplies for $1. Now, all that other shit, you be fucking be balling. See, I knew McVice had mixtapes. Dollar Tree shopping spree. You know what I'm saying? That sound like who's the dude that made the fucking thrift shop song? I don't even know his name. But yeah, that's the next part. Dollar Tree shopping spree. Might have to drop that shit on y'all tomorrow, man. I couldn't get it for free, so I hit the Dollar Tree. $10 in my pocket. That's a shopping spree. Hold up. If the Dollar Tree said $1,500 a month, but you cannot go wild on sausage, you take it? No. No. You can't take away the sauce for what it is. 3,000. What's that? 3,600 a year. 36,000 a year. Probably not. Because ultimately, it's about not fucking changing what it is. So I think that's he's got a couple of sponsors. He's got Tide. He's got fucking what's he got? He's got Tide. He's got what's the other thing? He's got Tide, HEB. He's got fucking Old Spice. Yeah, Old Spice. There it is. Yeah, the sauce. Like I say, I think it was cool. Like I know some people didn't like it. I know some people felt like it was too negative, and I can understand that because that's usually what they're not used to seeing. They just usually used to us capping and shit. But I think sometimes you have to have a different level of discussion, and I think that you have to you have to engage in those kind of things. I think different personalities have to be shown. I think different opinions need to be expressed. Hold up. And I think it's good for the conversation sometimes. I think that it's necessary to, like I say, it's not necessarily. I don't think it's an argument, but I think that it's. I think you just got to have those conversations, man. I think you just got to share those personal feelings. See, and it's funny because I follow some interesting things on Twitter, and I was talking about courses and stuff like that. Um, that I was talking about how a nugget of knowledge can get you further than college. If you know one thing, but you can do that one thing very well to where you can get paid for it, you know, it can take you further than a liberal arts degree or something like that. The trolling went off the rails. Like I said, I must have missed some things. I was, like I said, I was kind of all over the place. But, you know, and it's funny how you were talking about you were just saying, you know, 2, 3, or 1,500, 3,005. What is 5? 5 is what, 60 a year? No, I don't think so, because I think ultimately, and as I learn and as I'm studying branding and doing things a bit better, I think ultimately the sauce can grow to be worth and more than that. I wouldn't want to change my whole image for that, but it's it's funny that you say that, and then I get a tweet and it's basically talking about, you know, your message and your way of thinking, the way you influence and stuff like that. You know, it's broken down into 3 groups. And you say people who want it or need it, people who don't, and people who are in the middle. And it's saying don't ask for acceptance. Be you, and the right people will find you. And so I think that's ultimately what it's about. Like, because if I clean it up, then I'm like, what's that weirdo from the fucking Titans? Sports fan, or I'm like anybody else. If I clean it up, I'm just like the Texans commentator. I'm just like 6'10" or something. You know, you can find that anywhere. That's not ultimately what it is. You know, sometimes I want to say, like, man, fuck that shit. Or maybe I want to talk about women, or maybe I want to talk about some stupid shit that fucking happened, and I want to call it stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, give them $5,000, and I will congratulate them, and I will hope that they continue to have success in what they're doing. To me, it's not a competition. It's not a thing. It's about me building a lane that I can commit to because I enjoy it, and that people fuck with because it's genuine. Like, yeah, I could cut all the profanity out and make it all family friendly and, hey, let's talk about these Texans, and boy, they're doing great, and I'm loving everything that's going on. Man, that Deshaun Watson, he is something special. Hey, let me tell you, man, B.O.B., he's doing a great job, and I'm loving it, man. We started off 0-3, and now we're going 6-3, and hey, I think the Texans have a great chance at making the playoffs. All they got to do is stay on this track, man, and I think they will be excellent. This is the Texans' year. We take it back over the AFC South. It'll be awesome, and it would be easy to you know what I'm saying, to fake the funk and just make it sound all good. I could make it seem like a all upbeat thing, you know what I mean? But this family friendly stream idea, no, I'm not with it. You know, because again, that's available for everybody. That'd be sports fan entertainment, that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? You know, and again, eventually that's how YouTube gonna edit us all out, and that's why I say it's ultimately about building a brand, creating the lane, and then eventually it may have to venture off of YouTube. That's why I said I'm going to start doing more on the book and more on different platforms on the gram and everything else. But then fucking centered around creating a something. And again, like I say, you know, it's like, I don't want to be Arian Foster. I don't want to be Joe Rogan. That's not what I'm saying I want to be. But I want to have something similar to that, to where the layout is where I can have real in-studio guests. That's the ultimate goal. Because, like, as far as reaching out to NFL players and things like that, it's 2 sources. I got personal connections to some, and that are Houston-related, not Texans, but you know, they may have plugs to Texans players, but I've never really reached out and asked. But like, as far as bringing on actual NFL players and having those conversations, that's nothing. The reason I don't do that with the sauce now, because it's not where I want it to be. I go have them come sweat up in the garage with me. But as far as reaching out to former Texans players, current Texans players, I got plugs on that too. Like, it's not a thing. So that's not something that I'm sweating like, oh, I want to get a bunch of, you know, this and a bunch of that. That opportunity is there, but it's about the way that it's presented. You know what I mean? And that's ultimately what it is. That's ultimately the goal, is to have a real conversation. But again, the way that it's consumed is very important. You know, I don't want everything to always be Skype calls or this, that, and the other. I think there's a better situation when you have two people speaking to one another in person, feeding off that energy, having a real conversation. I think it's different. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Using raw ingredients. You know what I'm saying? All these new happy text feds coming in, and we talk about how shitty buy. Yeah, that's basically what's going on. You know what I mean? And so my thing is, like, there's a place for everything. You know what I mean? And so it's just about how you put it up. You know what I mean? Yeah, Jay, the real podcast to get a sponsorship at 10K subs. You're gonna forget about us. I'll forget about you, Dominic. Just you. I'll remember everybody else, but I'll specifically forget about you on purpose. Um, like what? I'm not aware. Who are these? Yeah, never heard of them. No, they don't get down like that. It's not like that. I want to see a Watson commercial for like chicken nuggets or waffles or Happy Meals. If they had NFL Happy Meals with D Hop or Watson as a toy, I would try and get it. That's odd. That's odd. I don't know how I feel about that comment. Not even that it's like anything offensive about it, other than, you know, maybe chicken and waffles. But you seem genuinely interested in obtaining the toy, and that's what concerns me. That's what concerns me. Shit, we got to celebrate on the post game at least, though, not to go straight into criticism. Oh man, y'all should have heard it like as soon as I jumped in the call because I was getting everything else back in the background. I jumped into it; it was already intense before it even streamed up and everything. I was like, damn, like, is it that serious? Like, my thing is, like I said, I understand. Yeah, you gotta fucking, you know, look at what's bad, but ultimately, what we come here for are wins, and so you take those wins. You're gonna try to forget about me, but then I have a rival challenge. There's gonna be a Civil War Marvel. At this point, being famous now, I'm not famous. Not famous. So that is not the that's not the case. Not even close. I get a bunch of texts on the sauce line, generally from the same people. Emails. I get some emails and stuff on occasion, and those are usually motivational. But I wouldn't say it's like a whole lot. I mean, it's maybe a like in a month. If we're talking about, you know, not just necessarily just sports related stuff, you know, people just expressing their opinion on how they feel about the sauce or this, that, and the third, or comments or whatever, maybe a couple of dozen throughout the month, maybe 2 or 3 dozen throughout the month. So as far as critiques, but then, you know, you just get people, you know, say, I love what you got going on and stuff like that. And that stuff is very motivational. So if you get 170 emails per day, oh man, I would hate that. I get a bunch of fucking spam in my Googles because I be following a bunch of shit. So I have the Google alerts to send me information on certain shit. So there's that. You tell everybody email only. Oh man, I gotta work on something like that. I need to, like I said, what I want to start doing is activating this Discord and start using that and doing some other things with that too. Yes, inviting you to their camel races, and then you can. Well, I guess with the email works. I guess I don't know. That's something you can't watch over 6 text accounts. You got to get you well, texting though. But if you're talking about like social medias and shit like that, get you a fucking Hootsuite, and all that shit is lined up for you. There's different platforms you can use to get all your like social media shit in like one spot, and so that's definitely good. I need to use that more often myself, especially now that I'm kind of more so at the desktop and shit like that. So my thing is, You just take it you don't do very good in school. I want you to take the scholarship and run with it. Is it a significant? I mean, is it a scholarship that's going to cover everything, or you're still going to have to pay a lot of shit out of pocket? My thing would be, again, I'll tell you and I'll say it again. I'm not telling anybody not to go to college. If you have a specific field in mind that you want to get into that requires you to have a collegiate education. But if you, the way you sound like you just want to get a fucking job, and don't go to college and put yourself in fucking debt unless you got, some way that you finna get the money, but taking out loans and doing all that shit, if you don't even know what the fuck you want to be, you gonna fucking come out with a fucking liberal arts degree. I think Dominic's afraid of going to college. It's gonna turn him super liberal. He's afraid of the liberals and he don't want to end up in Antifa and shit. He's gonna be disappointed his whole family, and the chickens on the farm are gonna betray him. They're gonna see him walking up and they're gonna turn their backs on him. I think that's what it is. So I think that's what you get. A gay male secretary creates more problem than it reduces. Yeah, oh, that's bad business. That's definitely bad business. Do you trust your gay male secretary? Would you trust him with your secrets here as a coworker? You can come home and change, man, and think you're in Vietnam. What good jobs are in entertainment that pay well and don't require college? You can get you a craft. I'm sure you can go into some of those. Maybe you could do like I don't think like pipe fitting and things like that require too much of nothing. You just gotta take a class. You could go be a fucking safety man. They get paid pretty good. Motherfuckers clear 80, 90,000 a year, depending on where you're at. You're just gonna be away from home a lot. You're gonna be all over the place. You're gonna be walking around a construction site and everybody's gonna think you're a fruitcake because you don't do any real work. You just look at shit and huff and puff about it. You don't gotta be a fucking welder. You don't have to be a welder at all. You could be a fucking, like I say, you got a lot of shit. You could, like I say, be a pipe fitter. You could be a carpenter. I mean, there's a lot of little construction crafts that you can get into that only require you to, take a few weeks of school. Now, it might cost you a little bit of money, a couple of $1,000, but you get into that, you can, you'll start making that money back. You'll make that money back, your first couple of weeks at a new job. You know what I'm saying? You just spoiled the whole story for you. That's awful. I think the part of playing is the action along the journey, So, yeah, I'm finna go back to school. I'm finna pay U of H their money. I'm finna go back to school and get a fucking finance degree and make YouTube videos about fucking Houston sports all day. But I'll be able to finance it. While I'm at work, instead of fucking doing my job, I'll fucking talk about sports. Yeah, you can start a puppy mill, and fucking Peter's gonna come take all your fucking dogs away and kill them. So there's that. That sounds like a boatload of monkeys. But here's the deal. I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up here. I hit the gym. No, it's nothing serious. I just got a set regimen. I'm not gonna add any extras to it today. Shouldn't take me too long. If I get out of here and I shouldn't be too tired. It'll probably be closer to 1 or something, but I'll most likely jump on the mixer because I've been saying I'm gonna do it. But that's funny. That's funny at all. That's why I say you gotta stay out of the comment section. The comments will ruin your life. But yes, I'm gonna go hit this gym, put in the work, abide by this split routine, but I'm not gonna add no extra shit to it tonight. And I just wanna say thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, I'll probably get on the mixer closer to 1. I've been saying that every night and then never showing up, but I owe y'all at least 1 for the weekend. and then do that for a little while. Then probably have to do a couple little articles and shit like that. But I thank y'all. I appreciate it. Boring. And now Heidi's fucking created a new generation of fucking compound interest managers, and it's over with. It's over with now. Fuck all this new high tech, fancy technology. Fuck these rappers who talk about doing crazy stuff. I'm gonna live a boring life. Treat yourself to a burger. Fuck to work out. Nah. If it's gonna be a burger, it's gonna have to be like a veggie burger or fucking man, I ate one of them Chili's fucking black bean burger. Well, went to Chili's, had one of them fucking burger, but it was on a black bean patty or whatever. I'm sure it wasn't the healthiest shit. It sounds, a lot of that shit when you're eating fast, it just sounds good. They probably stuffed like little fucking meatballs in it and told me it was black beans. But that bitch was good as shit, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's fucking... It was delicious. Like, here's the thing about being a vegetarian. Like, when we first got in this, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a terrible decision. To fucking eat like a cow every day. Fucking be fucking chewing lettuce leaves. Like fucking old hillbillies chew straw and shit. And then it actually turned out that there are a lot of very good vegan recipes. Not vegan. I'm vegetarian because I'm not a vegan. Fuck them animals. Fuck Scotty. Fuck the rest of them animals. I wear a leather coat and all that good shit. But vegetarian. And there's some pretty good shit. I'm not doing it for the animals. I'm just doing it for my own diet. But 6 wins in a row sounds like quiz up. Look, I'm getting my Arian Foster on, so that's the only reason the Texans are winning. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I saw that Brandon beat you the other day. I saw that that thing that was posted. It's weird how something that starts off at 30 pounds can be like 1,500 pounds. Like Fabs. You know, everybody starts off as a baby, and then fucking grows up to be a fab. And you're just like wondering, how did you get like this? What did you do in your life to get to this point? All the horses I bought, all the clothes, all the progress, it's just to get ruined on a YouTube comment. But here's the thing, execute it yourself. Enjoy the journey. You've already put in the work. I'm sure you get some added benefits by completing the journey, kind of similar to Grand Theft, that you wouldn't get without the other thing. And again, I'm sure the ending is going to be what the ending is going to be, no matter what. But then it's about your path to getting there. So, shit, LeVar's still doing his thing. He still got his little JBA league going on. He was playing in London today. I follow him on Twitter and on the I had to put a muzzle in his ass. You know, do you think Savage hates? He said, no. For what? They gave him a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Yeah, nah, Rigo is definitely, yeah, I seen that fucking management meeting. But at the same time, LeBron is a coach killer, but then they give like all these coaches credit. He was such a great coach. Look at his record. Yeah, when he only coached LeBron. And yeah, look at Lou. Look at his record. Yeah, look at his record when he was only fucking coaching LeBron. Look at what was it, Mike Brown when he was only coaching LeBron. Look at fucking Spoelstra when he only had a dream team. Yeah, his record looks so great, overinflated, just like fucking Phil Jackson. Over fucking rated. Phil's fucking overrated. Phil Jackson's trash. What did he do when he didn't have one of the greatest players in history, at least in the fucking league at that time, if not two of them? You know what I mean? Fucking Scotty and fucking Jordan, two of the greatest. Scotty is an all-time great in his own right. Just got overshadowed by Jordan. Fucking Shaq and Kobe. You know what I mean? Pop is a real deal. Pop is legit. Even though, you know, he had Duncan for quite a bit, who was considered one of the greatest, but still not in that sense. But Phil Jackson's a fucking joke. It's fucking hoax and shit. So I think you got that whole situation. Well, there you go. We talk about trusting coworkers. You can't trust your fellow gamers. You know, it is what it is. I'm gonna say fuck Mixer. I'm going back to Twitch. I don't know. I got to see if they fucking updated that Xbox app. I know they said they were testing it out, but I don't know if it ever got did or done. So, yeah, Steve Kerr took Mark Jackson's team. He's not a great coach. It's when all the pieces were there and he's there. He don't even fucking be coached. He be letting these motherfuckers call plays and shit. Like I say, it's a bunch of fucking dumb shit, man. Bunch of dumb shit. But anyway, I'm just not fucking with y'all. Let me get out here and go hit this workout, and I'll catch y'all on the mixer. I'll catch y'all on the mixer later. You know what I'm saying? Because Mixer is where it's at. Fuck the Twitch until they fucking ban me from Mixer. Then I'll go to Twitch until they ban me from that. But that's a BET. I only got to go home. I'm inviting y'all to the Mixer later, probably around 1 o'clock. For some of y'all, it's a school night, work night, all that good shit. So take y'all ass to bed and all that good shit. That's what I need. I need some of them fucking blue light blocker glasses. You can look into those. With that being said, I'm out. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I'm just gonna do like 2 lines of coke and then I'll be ready to go. So don't worry about my eyes closed. Let's go work out. Let's get it. So, with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all stay saucy. Y'all stay tossy. And you gotta get up out of here. I'm gone. Adios, ski.